All right, guys, let's break down the CJ McCollum trade. So basically, the Pelicans sent Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Josh Hart, Didi Luzonda, Thomas Satoransky, a 2022 first round pick, a 2026 second round pick, and a 2027 second round pick to the Blazers. And in return, the Pelicans sent them CJ McCollum, Larry Nance Jr., and Tony Snell, who actually hasn't missed a free throw in the past 3 years. Thought that was really cool, 100% free throw guy. But let's break down this move for both teams. Basically, for the Blazers, this is a big money move. They got rid of CJ's $69 million contract. That was a really big deal, especially when you're looking at new pieces for Dame Lillard. I feel like we all saw the experiment of Dame and CJ. We had some high points. We also had a lot of low points. A lot of that has to do with the fact that they played some really solid teams in the West. You got the Warriors, you had the Lakers, the Suns, as of late, started to get a lot of heat in the West and made it to the finals. Dame and CJ's group just never really caught their beat at the right time. They were hot at the worst times and they got cold at the worst times. Like, that's just how the NBA works. And I feel like it was time for both sides to move on and really focus on Dame and try to get Dame some new pieces. Now, when you trade away CJ McCollum, Larry Nance Jr., and Tony Snell, you're only really trading away one piece. But that one piece is that big. It means you're officially in rebuild mode. Feel like you spend your draft picks wisely, do a lot of campaigning in free agency, try to get some key pieces in Portland. For the Pelicans, though, this is a really, really big move for them. They're basically have a new big three now with Zion Williamson. We've all seen the news of him, going to rehab and him coming out stronger than ever with his knees. I feel like he's going to be back in a couple of weeks because Zion uses Zion use. You never really hear anything until the last second with that guy. So when he comes back, they're going to be a really good team offensively all of a sudden because you have Bi there. He's a God gifted scorer. Then you have CJ there. Even though in his first game he played last night, he had 15 points off 6 of 21 shooting and 2 for 10 from the three ball. What I liked is that he played 37 minutes, which shows that the staff there really trusts him. And they like what they see out of CJ, or else they wouldn't have traded for him. Like, you can get a lot of good plays in for CJ and Brandon Ingram at the top of the key in the mid-range game. And when the game is on the line, nobody's going to know who to guard. Are they going to Zion? Are they going to CJ? They're going to Bi. It's going to be insane. But a really big thing that I felt like the Blazers messed up on was they really should have gotten their offensive efficiency up by this. And with this trade, you look at, well, you are losing CJ McCollum. You're going to lose some offense. But when you're already 23rd in the league with offense, with the Dame Lillard already being gone, CJ McCollum leaving was probably the worst thing that could happen to you as an offense. Like, who are you building around now? Alfred Simmons is good, but at the same time, you need to have another scorer. There is not a single player in the NBA that has carried a team on his own that is a guard that doesn't have at least another second player, like even another second half fiddle that can hit the corner three or that can hit the clutch shot for you when you're double teamed. And I feel like the Blazers really needed that. But then again, time will tell. I feel like now that you're in rebuild mode, you have a lot of good draft capital. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I will leave with saying I wouldn't be shocked if Dame left at this point. Like, we can get Saho on here in a couple minutes. He'll tell you his part. But you just traded Dame's best friend, man. Like, and, it's always been with Dame, I'm not going to run from the ground. I'm not going to do this. And I'm not going to do that. But I'll give you a good example. When you think of James Harden, when he was with OKC, he was a sixth man of the year. He was a pretty prominent scorer. Did you ever think that he was going to go to the Rockets, then to the Nets, then to the 76ers in the span of 5 years? No, nobody would have thought that. Nobody would have thought that James Harden would have won an MVP in Houston and still wanted to leave. But at the same time, anything can happen in the NBA, and that's why I think Dame's going to leave in the offseason. I'll leave it at that. Take care.